Okay, this video is of the rocks I'm keeping. And I think I said in some of my other videos, I'm downsizing all of the rocks, not just because of my husband's conditions, and maybe we're probably going to move, but I'm going to keep Aunt Grace's violins, I'm going to keep some of my art, but definitely need to downsize. So I really went through all of the rocks, and I mean, most of these I've had for 20 years, 25, 30 years. But these are the core of what I'm going to keep, and I just am making an archive because I know at some point things are going to go in storage for like at least a year. So this is just kind of like a archive of what I have, and you know, if something happens, then at least I can see it and share it too, because I think that they're really neat. So I'm going to share this one first, and this is similar to that petrified algae that Aunt Grace called it, but it's hard, and it came from Perryville. And so it's different than what Aunt Grace had, and she never gave me anything like this from the farm where we got stuff. This came from Perryville too, and it has the perfect eyeball. It's not made, this just came out of the riverbed. And kind of neat, nothing really going on that side. Kelsey, can you get my art from the table, the rocks? So this is the geode that we showed before, but this I also got when we were in Alexandria, which is like at the Iowa border, the Keokuk geodes. So it's a malformed one. And I guess because my house, it was like the air conditioner didn't work all summer, and it kind of solidified it, because before it was really crumbly. Now it's definitely a harder rock. But this should have been this, and it just didn't happen. And when I pulled it out, it was very soft. But now it's a little more durable. Not a lot. And then this came from Perryville, which I am, you know, I know it's not a dinosaur fossil, but it sure looks like a foot. So I think it's pretty cool. I call it my dinosaur rock foot, because it looks like, and there was a shallow sea there, and the shallow sea did end right at the Perryville. So when they find dinosaur bones, not mastodon, at well depth, they find it Perry County and further south, because that was the end of the shallow sea. So maybe not. This rock I showed before, and it was going to go away, but I've decided that I won't ever find another one like that. I just had that to show what the geode should have looked like. This one I got in Florida, and I'm going to keep it because it's just really kind of perfect with its thing. This one was Perry County, and Aunt Grace had one of these in the video when the news crew came, but she thought this was a fossil, and I don't know that it is. I think it's probably maybe kind of something that along the lines of the concretions. This one I'm keeping, which I have a lot of the shells that I showed, but I like that that stuff is in there. It's perfect on that side. This one, Aunt Grace used to keep a whole basket of these by the door, and she had a sign that said "not potatoes," and then if the kids came, she would give them a rock, normally rounder than this one, but this one I kind of had the double thing going on. This one I like because also it's got this side, but then perfect. This one too, it came out of it like this. It broke in the ground, and then this happened to it, and that's in there, not put in there. This one has just a nice different kind of presentation on the crystals. This one came from Perry County, which is just a really nice rock. I have a giant one of these I dragged out of the creek. This one also makes a nice little eyeball. Oh, do you have my rocks?
I don't know.
The rocks with the eyes. Okay, and this one has the eye too, which this one came from Wayne County, but it's hard to see, and all attempts to get it to shine. I'm going to keep working on it, but once you do things, you can't go back. This one is from my first trip to Alexandria. It has that big giant crystal, which we were whacking at these pretty hard, because you never know when you like are whacking at them, like what's going to open. The more hollow and lightweight they are, the more likely they have some kind of nice crystal inside, but it's still really hard. You got to tap 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 all the way around, and most of the time it still won't open, and you get frustrated and then you whack at it, and then you lost your crystal. So this is what Aunt Grace had in the basket, a big basket of these round rocks. And this one just made a nice little nest. This one had the stick in it. This was Dad's. Came out of the ocean this way, so we're gonna keep that one. I like this one because we used to go to the Merrimack River in the summer, and especially in the drought, the ground would look like this, but this is the solid rock that cracked. I'm gonna get this one out of the... Open that bag, please. So this is, I was gonna put this in the other one. This is my art. So this is one of the shells that we got in Florida. And then I made this, and what I want to do is make it where it'll stand up, because he's got like his ear here and his eye, but I haven't found a way to do that yet. And this one too, I think this just came from the Merrimack, or it might have been the farm in Perry County, but he's got the hole here, but he just really looked like an alien to me. So I'd like him to stand on a stick too, because he's got the whole like green alien thing going on. And I know a lot of those rocks look like fossils and they aren't, but I think that this one is. And I think it's some sort of a, maybe not a cephalopod, but maybe a crinoid or something, because it's got the lines here and they are a little bit Druzy quartz. And then we've got this, and it is the red, definitely came from Miller County. Okay, and then, oh, this one, I found this one at the Merrimack River. And I wasn't really sure, like, I'm like, is it a real rock? And it is a real rock, and it's got rocks inside of it. Very cool. And then this one, also, I thought maybe it was a bone, because it really has, I know most of them aren't, but you can think, maybe. Oh, I guess I like the ones that make faces, because I thought he was making a face. And then this one I'm keeping, because I didn't love this as much as Aunt Grace, but she loved it, so I'm going to keep this one because it sits flat and it's got the nice display. And I'm going to keep this one because it's so delicate. So I can see why she was saying maybe she thought it was petrified algae, because of how it was growing, and then it just kind of, it's so delicate, like how did it form, what is it? I tried, I sent some to university, but they weren't very nice when they responded. And this one has like the little paw print in it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but probably not a paw print, but it could be. And this definitely came from the farm. Oh, I got another eye. And then I have this one, which I like. So almost like petrified wood, but not. It's just a sandwiched rock. And this one is also maybe a fossil, maybe a bone. Definitely Perry County. And this one, Perry County. So I really got a lot of good rocks there. We really enjoyed going there. I'm almost out of time. Okay, so these are just kind of the same sort of guys. Got this. I want to show this before I'm over though. So this is Dad's, and it definitely came from the ocean, and it's definitely slag, trash, glass, a little bit of shell, and it sits, and I want to show how it sits. So it's a monstrosity, but I consider it art of, you know, people kind of like, don't throw your trash in the ocean because this happens. Got the green glass down here and the plastic that molded into it. There's some shells on the other side. It's not that brittle. It's a little brittle because somehow my husband put it outside. There's some big slag glass back there. So these are the kids I'm keeping, and hopefully a year from now I can put them on display somewhere, and maybe not keep this one inside, but maybe in a foyer. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.